I don't want to be an alarmist and say, oh, AI is going to take our jobs, AI is going to replace all of us. I think what is going to happen is going to happen. Is that you get with the times or you get left behind. I think when robots happen, robots took jobs from people, it's inevitable. Yeah, so interesting times in global music. AI is the new disruptor. It's changing the game, and I think it's going to utterly change the way we people make music, people enjoy music, and people receive music generally. So the latest in Nigerian music is Fave, the singer who recently released an AI version of our song Intentions. So Fave released that song a couple of weeks back. Great music, really really great song, and it was doing okay. People loved the song. Then an AI group called Urban Chords released an AI version, and it went viral. It went viral on TikTok. People were gravitating and enjoying the AI version more than they were enjoying the original version. And this reality wasn't lost on Fave. I think she came on Twitter, on X, she posted a video of her talking about how it's crazy, like how is the AI version going way farther than the original. And yeah, she has taken a step further by releasing, like re-recording the AI version and releasing it officially in collaboration with Urban Court. So it's led to massive reactions. People saying, is she co-signing AI? This is like a really, really big L for the culture, for artists themselves. Like artists are fighting the AI and you're co-signing it, and it's just not nice. You're giving credit to people who are ripping off your lyrics without giving you credit initially. Other artists are taking down their versions of that AI. Like Urban Court, they're making choir versions of other artists' song, Omale and Co. And a couple of artists are taking it down. But instead of Fave to take it down, Fave is embracing it. So it's kind of like a bit polarizing, and yeah. And for me, I tend to like get the perspective of both camps. And for the people who say, oh, you shouldn't have co-signed it, you shouldn't have like embraced it. And what people were saying, it's great that she's gotten in front of the sound. It's good that she's got in front of the music and take ownership. So yeah, I think we're getting to a time where this is now inevitable. This year we've seen AI artists chart on Billboard. On Billboard, like it's crazy. It's that powerful now. And you go on TikTok, you listen to a song and you're enjoying it. You don't even know if this is a person of this or this is AI. One of my favorite part of TikTok now is those AI reggae or country versions of classic American hip hop song. There's this particular country version of Lil Wayne's and The Game and Lil Wayne's song My Life. There's this AI version that I really, really love. And I'm a bit ashamed of myself, I guess, for liking an AI version, but it sounds nice. So yeah, it's the reality right now. It's Drake used it as well, Taylor made freestyle. I can't lie that I love that song. That's one of my favorite tracks from the diss last year. Kendrick, We Need You, The West Coast Savior. He did the AI stuff with Pac's voice and Snow's voice, and it was really, really good. It was so dope, and I cannot lie that I loved it. So yeah, AI is a game changer. AI is here, and it's about, okay, what is it going to do? How is it going to impact the industry, and what are we going to talk about it? So industry reactions. How's the industry reacting to it? What they're saying for now is still divided. The people who are embracing it, the biggest labels are beginning to embrace it, which is typical because once labels see that, okay, this is going to be a game changer, this is going to impact the way music is being made and is being consumed in the future, they're always going to want to get in front of it. It's the same thing with streaming. They thought Napster, they were not called Napster, but when Spotify came and Spotify felt like, okay, this is not going anywhere, we either get on board or we get left behind. They got on board, and yeah. And we're where we are today. So it's going to be the same thing with AI. I think, was it last year? A couple of the biggest labels were in a joint action against some AI companies. I think it was Sony, Warner, and UMG in a joint action against Suno and one other AI company. But Warner and Suno have now settled out of court. There is a strategic partnership. So that tells us that these labels are open to embracing AI. Lucien Grange, the CEO of Universal, put out a internal release, and say, okay, they have an AI policy, they're embracing it, and it has to be done in line with their own to protect themselves and the artists. UMG Japan just signed a deal with an AI company. UMG say they're going to sue and fight all AI companies trying to train their models without permission, without licensing the songs. So it's just for this company, it's a way for them to get in on the actions and get in front of the whole thing. I see a future where these companies will also start owning their own AI. I think they already do. And they also will start licensing and start taking big share and acquisitions of AI companies. So yeah, interesting times. Yeah, and there are also dissenting voices: Kilani, Dua Lipa, Elton John. They've all like say they're not flattered, they're not impressed, they don't like what's happening. That is AI going to replace the real artist? So it's really a heated debate. To be honest, it's really a heated debate, and we just have to see how it unfolds. I mean, look at the case of Fave, for example. For me, what I find most interesting about the whole thing is the fact that she chose to feature urban chords. And I was thinking, okay, does that ascribe some sort of intellectual rights to urban chords? Because from my knowledge of law, from what I know about the law, it's not. It's you cannot put something on nothing, right? Urban Chords essentially lifted a song, used their lyrics, and feed it to an AI model and put out a version without giving that credit for it. So that's like intellectual, like that's copyright infringement. That's like a breach of intellectual property to start with. So and the song was supposed to be taken down, right? But she didn't do that. Now the song has blown up, and she's now co-signing the song. So the fact that she chose to feature them, is it like she's recognizing that they have some sort of intellectual rights to the AI version, which I think is not true. And also, for me, the gangster thing to do would be to re-record the AI version, release it, and take down Urban Chords version. That would be very gangster. But I feel like possibly is there a word where she has to recognize, like maybe there needs to be a way to recognize that, okay, Urban Chords have brought some value to the song by making the AI version and making it go viral, and you have to recognize that value, and you cannot just release that version they put out without ascribing some credit to them. So it's a bit, it's kind of technical, and that's left for the intellectual property lawyers, the entertainment lawyers to decide. Your Foza, your Toko Salami, my guy Ola the poet, they need to look at this and say, okay, are there gray areas in terms of AI? Usage of AI and how it relates to intellectual property protection. So again, it's really interesting times, and yeah. But how would this affect the labels and the artists? I think it's going to be massive, and I think we're getting to a point where it's artists will embrace it more, and labels will embrace it more. Labels are already embracing it. It's left for the artists to catch up. I think producers are using. I think they've always been using some sort of AI. I think there's been a little bit of AI in their tools, but now it's becoming more pronounced, and they are going to use it to make beats. Artists are going. I think we're getting to a world where artists will start putting their songs through AI after they're done recording. Like same way when you're done writing an article and you have your draft, you put it through AI to clean it up and to see the suggestions, if it's better, if it makes it sound nicer and more professional. I think artists will start feeding their songs through AI to see, okay, what did AI do better? What part sounds catchier? Then they can now re-record it again and put a human touch to it. I think we're going to get, if it's not even happening already, I think it's going to happen more. I also see a chance, I see a world where artists will start releasing AI versions of their song along with the original song. Now, artists release a song and then they get another channel, like possibly an AI artist, to release that version of that song. Like say an Urban Chords, for example, to release an AI version of their song. They license it to that AI artist, and if that blows up, they make money from that as well, and they can get in front of it. I think that's going to be very possible because we live in a world, especially in the music industry, where artists and labels co-sign anything that can help them market their song and make money. That is the reality of TikTok. TikTok became a platform where an artist from Makoko, from Ijebu, from Ikpe, from Kanu can score a hit song from their own base, like with little resources. Listeners, users around the world can gravitate towards your music and enjoy it. And that's something that AI is doing. AI is feeding into TikTok as well. AI is making music faster, making good songs, and also creating videos and clips to even market this stuff. It's crazy. I was watching. I've watched videos of, there's this thing on TikTok, this cat stuff that's very popular. The cats will cook. The cats will. It's really it's like a whole universe. Like there's also the Rasta monkey. There's one called Rasta Monkey. Like Rasta Monkey. like where the Rasta monkey has a baby mama and he's speaking reggae. Like it's really funny, but it's really enjoyable. There's another one I watched where the dog has a podcast and he brings other dogs who have done funny stuff and he asks questions. So you cannot escape this stuff. So AI is making music. AI is also making content to market the music itself at alarming speed that a human cannot keep up with. So there's no way artists will not and labels will not get behind this at the end of the day. I think there's going to be a world where artists will release AI version of their own song. They'll license it to an AI artist to be able to make money off it. So there'll be like complimentary releases. Just so if the original one is not working, the AI version might work. I think we're going to see that possibility soon. We're getting closer to that. And as I said, TikTok, it happened with TikTok. People were making songs they think can blow on TikTok because of the power TikTok was beginning to have. TikTok was blowing up artists from around the world, blowing up songs, changing the lives of artists, and artists start making sounds they think will fit into TikTok. Even if I think it's a full circle moment, I think it's just the past repeating itself. The more things change, the more they stay the same. If like an artist like ABBA, like the band, if ABBA was making music in this era, they would have said they're making TikTok sounds because their song is so very catchy, so chingummy, and just sound very template. So they would have said, "Oh, this is a TikTok sound." So it's just like history repeating itself. I think for AI, if there's a pathway where AI sound can blow up songs like really, really consistently, where an artist releases a song and the AI version of that song consistently blow up, and it's been happening for artist after artist, it's going to become like a common process. Everybody will try to get beyond, getting on the action. I'm going to see a world where like real artists will start licensing their songs to AI artists, like AI platforms. So to say, like you're an artist, you make an EP, you're going to license that EP to another AI artist to make an AI version of that EP. So you can now make money from that AI version. I think it's really going to happen. I think it's the next frontier in all of this AI craze. Yeah. So should we be bothered? Should everyone be concerned? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be an alarmist and say, oh, AI is going to take our jobs. Yeah, it's going to replace all of us. I think what is going to happen is going to happen. Is that you get with the times or you get left behind? I think when robot happened, robot took jobs from people. I was watching a documentary on Netflix, History 101, and they're talking about the history of robot, the inception of robot, and they said, robot took nearly 2 million jobs in China alone. Yeah, in China alone, like replace like 2 million workers. It's inevitable, the more things get automated, the more the need for human capacity in that area, the more the need for human services in that area. If there's a world where people like me and you who do not make music, who can't sing, who can rap, and we know how lyrics should sound. I know how an Afrobeat lyric should sound. I know what an Afrobeat thought process should be like, and I'm able to feed that to an AI model, and the AI model is able to make into an Afrobeat song, and I don't even need a producer. Like I asked the AI to make me an Afrobeat beat, and I feed, like you can feed a song to the AI even if it's illegal, because that's essentially machine learning without, like, you're not on license, and that's one of the issues label have. These AI companies are using the catalogs of labels, like a lot of music from Spotify, and they're asking Spotify and other streaming platforms to take actions to stop these AI companies from using these songs or their catalogs to train their machines in terms of creating beats and making music. So an AI can make a beat for you. I say, okay, AI, Suno, make me this beat, then make me an Afrobeat song, and it does. Then I go to another AI and say, okay, make me a version of a monkey dancing or women dancing to a song. And I have the song, I have the marketing materials. Now what have I done? Like, I've essentially called out the producer. I've called out possibly the only thing I would maybe is a mixer to just mix the song and master the song. So no producer, no A&R, no co-writer, no label, nothing. I don't use it. AI makes my cover art, AI makes my promo videos and everything. I just go on DistroKid or one of these distros and upload myself. So now that's like, I think like there's a possibility that an already saturated market can become even more saturated because the barrier of entry has been crashed. Essentially, anyone who cares to can make music now. And the more AI gets better at making music, the more AI music will continue to carve out market share. And it's going to be very crazy because in, say, like a country music now, where AI sound is becoming more popular, and it feels like it's the best version of AI music yet, country music. If you listen to the country music AI is making, you feel like that's like a bit of country and reggae. That's the best version of AI music. AI has not perfected the art of making Afrobeat yet. It's still really, really far behind, which is an edge for us because Afrobeat is really kind of complicated to make. If you're not Nigerian, you cannot make Afrobeat the way the average Nigerian can make Afrobeat. It's just not as possible. It's just not that easy. And so for like country music that AI is like a bit more perfected in making, the more AI song blow up from that, the more AI release tracks chart on Billboard and continue to blow up and get millions of streams, the more market share they carve out. If AI is beginning to carve out 1% market share in country music, 2%, that means the pool of revenue we get like smaller for all the artists there, and more people getting on the action, and it's just going to like make push like less money in the pockets of artists. So yeah, so it's going to be crazy times, and but everyone will need to adjust. I think labels, these labels are run by geniuses. They're run by really intelligent people, and they're going to protect their interests. Yeah, we're going to see policies. We're going to see governmental lobbying to regulate these things. We're going to see acquisitions that try to manage this stuff, and possibly, maybe we're going to see we're going to get to a point where maybe the use of AI to make music will not be as public as possible. If all the major ones are they're acquired by the biggest labels and they take them offline, or at least they make them exclusive for their own use, or the licensing fees like really huge, it will not be readily accessible to the public, like to me and you, and it reduces the way people can make AI music. There's also that's like a possibility as well. So yeah, interesting times. But overall, I think as with the music industry, things will continue to evolve, and everyone will need to evolve along with it. Everyone will need to catch up and adjust accordingly. And AI would definitely play a major role in impacting the future, either we like it or not. And we just, as labels, as artists, and as fans, we just have to accept that reality and adjust accordingly. And that's facts only.